All right, welcome to another exciting edition of Sport in 60 Minutes right here from iRavelStudios. My name is Olamide Onwuka, and as usual, we always have something exciting for you whenever we come to your screen. Femi is absent today, suffering from ACL injury that he picked up in the last match they played, and I will be stepping in as usual. The number one fantastic finisher, I know how to score goals, don't mind Femi, is learning. And I won't be doing this alone. Of course, I've got the familiar crew. I've got Princewill Oviesan, the super striker. How you doing, Princewill?
I'm cool. Good afternoon, viewers. Or good morning, wherever you're watching us from. Ready to go.
And I've also got the amazing headmistress, Opeyemi. How now?
Hi, Deo. I'm fine. It's good to be here. Always, doing this with you guys. Always.
Okay. Hope nobody's missing Femi this time around.
I do.
I'm missing him. I'm missing my G.
Okay, no problem, Femi. The majorities have it. Like they say in the National Assembly, the eyes have it. Anyway, so guys, we're looking at, the saga involving Favour Ofili. So many things and so many developments coming from there. We'll talk about that. I will look at the AFN trials, the under-18 and under-20 trials that will be coming up in, Abeokuta. We'll also look at some transfer news and try to find out what's up with the FIFA Club World Cup happening there in the United States. Promises to be very loaded, so don't go nowhere. The show officially starts when we come back from this break. All right, welcome back to Sports in 60 Minutes. It's time for us to get straight into the thick of things. And when the news broke that Favour Ofili is switching allegiance from Nigeria to Turkey, a lot of people there were lots of mixed reactions. Of course, you would understand that this is not the first time that Favour has actually been complaining about the AFN's treatment of her. If you take your mind back to the Olympic Games, she actually missed out in one of the, I think it was the 100 meters event when she was not registered to participate, and she was a medal hopeful for Nigeria. So I'm going to ask the guys now. Princewill, let's start with you. The whole Favour Ofili switching allegiance to Turkey saga. What's your reaction to that story?
Olamide, is an unfortunate one, I must confess. Very unfortunate. The way our athletes are being treated here in Nigeria is quite appalling. You will notice that, these athletes actually spend some of their personal fund to go abroad to train and give themselves top-class preparation.
Yeah.
AFN keep playing ignorance. It's quite unfortunate as well that they say they're not aware that Favour Ofili has actually dumped Nigeria for Turkey. The lady has made it point blank. It's not for financial gains. She just feels that athletes are being treated with absolute disdain, and that shouldn't continue. And if you actually look at her reasons for leaving, she's on point.
So one person that actually came in defense of Favour was former Nigerian sprinter Deji Olusoji Fasuba. He came out and he said, look, this girl is actually justified. I'm throwing my weight of support behind her. But one person I want to get opinion is Ope. The AFN now, they're claiming that, she's difficult to work with. That's what one of the representatives of the AFN said. But in looking at both parties now, Favour and the AFN, what's your take? What do you think this whole wrangling started, and do you think Favour is justified making that switch?
So before I comment with your question, I think prior to the Olympics and when the whole saga came in, the AFN they came out and according to guidance, I stumbled upon it some few during the week when the whole thing was happening, and they said that if Favour leaves is not their fault, but so they know that this is just like a ticking time bomb, like it's surely going to happen. Yeah, this whole story is this thing is submitted to the world body, and they are still looking into it.
That's
hopefully,
AIU, Athletics
hopefully, I think Favour will compete for Turkey. So prior to the question you asked me, I think Favour is justified. You can't be treated this way, and you complained. And the whole thing is, I think what's got the girl, pissed off was the same people that made this mistake was re-elected in.
No changes.
So you are not getting away with anything. So that same mistake might be repeated. So if you ask me if I were Favour, I think nobody should blame Favour. She just wanted to secure her future because she still has some years ahead of her and she doesn't want it to be wasted. So if the world body accepted a request to join the Turkey team representing them, I think it's justified.
It's a brilliant idea. Princewill, I see you're itching to make a contribution.
She would represent Turkey, but there are modalities and processes that must be followed. Usually, you need to notify the
Athletics Integrity Unit.
Then that body will not notify your home federation, which usually takes about 6 months or so. Once that is clarified, she can go ahead. But for me, in all ramifications, she has taken the right decision.
Okay, let's leave Favour Ofili and still talk about the Athletics Federation. They're holding trials for the Under-18 and Under-20 championships. Now, don't forget that this is ratified under the CAA, and that means that athletes from different countries will be coming to Nigeria for the trials. Also, the championship itself will be happening in Nigeria because the event, the trials actually is supposed to start from June 30th and it's going to last until July the 1st. Now, the main event will start from July 16th to 20th at the MKO Stadium in Abeokuta. Princewill, you'll be going there. So tell us what's your expectations? I mean, you were obviously at the National Sports Festival. I mean, this is a continental event now. What's your expectation from?
I remember both of us did cover the last senior athletics championship that was held in Asaba.
Yes.
This is the junior one. It's a biannual thing, and close to 500 athletes will be coming from the continent of Africa, which also give our athletes an ambience to showcase their grit and talent. It's a good one, considering the fact that Ogun State will be hosting. And they have the facilities right in there. But to me, are we really prepared? Because if you look at the athletics terrain, South Africa is coming in very deep. Morocco is on our hill. Ivory Coast is there. Are we really prepared? With this kind of situation, are the athletes motivated to give their A game?
Well, that's another question that I think Okpe can throw more light for us.
For me, I think it's a way of, Nigeria having more adventure with this. I think it will look at the MKO Abiola Stadium. You know, when you have facility to do all these things, it's more is a good thing. And the MKO Abiola Stadium now is the new Santiago de Bernabeu Stadium, where everybody wants to have something to do there. So I'm looking forward to seeing a good tournament, and let's see how that pans out. Okay,
I will be keeping tabs on that. But as far as we're concerned, we know that the competition is going to involve young athletes from the ages of 18 to 20, and could be lesser actually, depending on how talented you are. So Nigeria will be represented by the athletes that will be shortlisted to represent the country, and we hope that the best and no sentiments will be used to pick these guys out to give the best in representing the country. Let's move on now for our final story. This one has to do with football. We're going to France because Olympique Lyon have been relegated. They've been demoted. I wouldn't say relegated. They've been demoted to Ligue 2 in the French league because of finances. What's going on, Princewill?
Well, you see, the way football is run in Europe is completely different from the way we run it here in Africa. There are certain standards and modalities expected of a club. Once you don't meet up with that standard, you're pushed aside. It's quite unfortunate that Olympique Lyon, a household name that has also won so many trophies in Europe, will be going through this. They won't be the first, but it also tells us a story that when you misappropriate certain funds designated for a project in a club, this is what you face.
But does this not happen in Nigeria, where we still see teams get away with it? Sometimes, they almost declare like they're bankrupt, like they always say, but, eventually nothing is done. But we're seeing this happen in the biggest stage of football, that's in France. Lyon, I mean, I never thought I would say this, but Olympique Lyon playing in the League 2.
Yeah, I think it's kind of worrisome for me because the same Olympique Lyon that was at the quarterfinal of the Europa League against Manchester United, and now they are having funds issue, going bankrupt, and sending them to League 2. I'm not surprised if they'll play, they'll survive. It's just for them to, like, gather some funds and, come back to the league on itself. So I think they'll come out of it.
But one developing story from there is that the owner of Lyon has actually appealed the case. They've gone to the DNGC. That's the body that oversees the accounts of the French professional football club. They said that, look, you've not given us, the necessary, you've not convinced us enough to see that, okay, you're good to go. Because they currently have a debt of over 433 million euros, and that's too much. That was the debt the owners of Lyon declared, and it was really too much. It was nothing that could be done. So the hands of the operators were forced. Let's just put it that way. So what will happen? Only time will tell, and we'll definitely be here to keep you updated. But for now, Lyon will be in the League 2. And I wonder what happens to their slot in the the Conference League, because they actually qualified.
Fine, yeah.
Now, what will happen? Because the next team that people are touting is Crystal Palace. Does it mean that Crystal Palace will replace them in the Conference League?
Crystal Palace is from a different league.
Yeah.
Olympique Lyon is from a different league.
Because you look at the UEFA coefficient.
Yeah, coefficients.
Right?
Yeah.
And according to the UEFA coefficient, Crystal Palace are the best in terms of ranking.
Yeah.
So it looks more likely that they will be replaced by Crystal Palace if nothing happens.
Well, they have a very unique way of actually deciding these things. So let's just keep our finger crossed.
Fingers crossed, like Princewill said. All right, we'll take a break at this time to come back and take a look at the Super Falcons and their preparations for the WAFCON that starts very soon. The squad list is out, and the team, they already landed in Morocco for the WAFCON. But are they ready? Can this set of players deliver the goods for Nigeria, like they always say? We'll discuss that when we come back from this break. All right, welcome back to Sports in 60 Minutes. We have interesting conversation still coming up. And let's look at the Super Falcons squad for the WAFCON that starts very soon. Guys, I'm really excited because we know that when it comes to women football in Africa, there's no way you would not mention the queens of African football, which is the Super Falcons. But then, lately, South Africa has been proving a huge, tough opponent, a tough nut to crack for Nigeria. And indeed, you have some other teams like the Moroccan team coming up, trying to prove some that, we have something as well to offer. But we saw the squad list by the coach of the Super Falcons, Madugu. And first of all, I'll start with you. What do you think about that squad?
I think it's a good squad for me because Madugu was part of the WAFCON team that the coach at 2018. Same with 2022 because I was there in Morocco. The Falcons, they've arrived Casablanca. They've started training proper, and I think for me the list is okay because you can't take everybody. You can't take everybody to the competition. And the most interesting thing for me about this call-up is for every department you have a leader there. In the goalkeeping area we have a leader in terms of Oluchi Oluehi, Chiamaka Nadozie to have been in the ranks. She has been to World Cup. She has been to more than 3 WAFCON. Also in the defense, we have fantastic players there, and we have a leader also there. We have a leader in the person of Osinachi Ohale. Ashley Promptly too. I've been at the WAFCON. She was at the WAFCON in 2022. Also in the defensive midfield, we have fantastic leadership there too. We in the presence of Alimatu Ayinde. Alimatu Ayinde at the last WAFCON played her heart out. In fact, she got a red card at the I think it's the quarterfinal versus Morocco, and she did very well. She's the N'Golo Kante we have in that team. Also at the attack, we have fantastic leaders there. We have Francisca Odega. We have also Agbabola in the person of Asisat Oshuola. So I think for me, it's a good squad there to deliver the Mission X. And I think Justin Madugu have done well, and I wish them all the best.
Princewill, do you think this team is capable of winning the WAFCON? Very simple and precise question.
It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. The team chemistry, like Ope rightly said, nice one. But with the competition ahead of us, South Africa, Morocco, Côte d'Ivoire,
even Zambia.
And that's what I was going to do. That elements within the women tourney are also coming up. There are some teams that wants to actually prove their worth, and that could be a very big surprise element as well too.
So it promises to be a very interesting tournament to watch, right?
Yeah.
So, but for
and
me,
also, Olamide, the good thing about this tournament is that Madugu risked it all. It took 3 home-based players. He's taking them. They are there in Casablanca, to play that, and he started. One of them at the friendlies they played against Portugal. So I'm so happy for the ladies, and I wish them all the best.
Now that you mentioned the friendly against Portugal, it was goalless, but it was interesting because both teams actually tested themselves. But I have to talk about a notable omission, Monday Gift.
Also, Justin spoke about Monday Gift omission. During he was just on the hot seat. He was asked why the omission of Monday Gift, because prior to that, Monday Gift said she was not injured, but she wasn't picked. But later on, she comported herself and came out to say that, see, look, I'm omitted, but I wish the ladies all the best. And Justin have to say that, see, there are some departments that you have a variety of players, and maybe you are just only to take just 2 players.
You wish you can take everybody, but
so you can't just take everybody, and I feel pity for him because in that department, Monday Gift is playing on the attack. There are various personality, big names that are there, but there are so many WAFCON to play, and I wish Monday Gift all the best in previous WAFCON. Maybe by that time she will be picked if she's still at the peak of her career.
Okay, one name that is just coming up in the Super Falcons, Princewill, Folashade Ijamilusi. She's I think she's about 18 or 19, but she's been very, very impressive. She started her career playing for Spring Soccer United, one football that I'm affiliated with. So I remember watching her play from the grassroots and then eventually making her way to the under-17.
Affiliated to that club?
Yes, I'm affiliated to the club.
So you work with, what's his name?
Dapo.
Not Dapo.
Who's that?
Former president of FIAN.
FIAN.
Thomas Ayodele.
I don't think he's with the club anymore. Yeah. So the thing is, a lot has actually gone down with Folashade's transition. Watching her play at the under-17, the under-20, then she came to the Super Falcons, scored a hat-trick against Algeria in the friendly we had, and now she has made the squad.
She also played in the
WFL before she made a switch to China. Right now, she's currently in China, but the impressive thing is, at a young age, she's making that transition so fast. What does this say about the young female footballers in Nigeria?
Currently speaking, I've been an advocate of moving the old brigade from the team. Though you can't move all, but
look at Demain as well. Deborah.
I want to say this: whosoever has taken this decision to bring in Ashade, it's a very good one. Kudos. I did a premiere on her, I think about 10 minutes, and the footages were quite unique. He's a player that will bring in her A game. He's a player that has that foresightedness. He's a player that when she's on the ball, something will happen. So it's a good one for the Super Falcons.
Okay, we wish the Super Falcons the very best as they prepare for the WAFCON. That tournament, of course, starts in Morocco. This is just one of the competitions they'll be hosting. They're hosting a whole lot of competitions, and I wonder when Nigeria will get one hosting right.
I'll tell you.
When is that?
Don't worry.
I like the way you say, don't worry. I don't worry because I know you're for worry. Interesting facts, right? But we have to just move fast because time is one thing that is not always on our side. Let's go now to some transfer news and look at some of the trending gist that is going on in the world of transfer. Manchester United, okay, your club.
Yes, go to her.
You know one thing, I will definitely, I'll give them, I'm not like Femi, I'll give honor to whom honor is due. They said Manchester United, they're involved with signing Nkunku from Chelsea. What do you think about that transfer? Nkunku in Chelsea.
And Garnacho.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
to Manchester, to Chelsea.
Chelsea.
What do you think?
I don't even know what to think right now because I don't know who is involved in transfers for Manchester United, and I think we've been having horrible transfers in recent years. For me, why going for Nkunku? Even if you want to sell Garnacho to Chelsea, why must you get something from Chelsea? You can get from somewhere else.
What's wrong with Chelsea, Okpe?
Nothing is wrong with Chelsea.
Yeah.
But the player involved, why Nkunku? I'm not saying
fantastic player now.
He's a fantastic player, but I don't think
he meets the Manchester United.
Do you understand what they are now?
Like finishing in 17th or 15th in the Premier League standard.
Just will change.
Whatever.
Just will change.
You can't take jibes at me.
Okay.
You know.
Hopefully, you had the chance of qualifying for Europe. Maybe if Nkunku was there, Princewill, perhaps he would have scored, and Manchester United could have beaten Spurs in the final of the Europa League.
I don't think so. Games are not played in such circumstances. He's a good player, give it to him. But I think what Manchester United need right now is a player with that doggedness, that vision, that dexterity.
So who fits that bill?
Victor Osimhen.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yes.
I knew you were going to say that.
See, with Victor Osimhen, Manchester United will build. What Manchester United need now is stability.
Yeah.
They're not actually participating in any of the European competition. So back at home, they need that consistency and that stability. And Victor Osimhen could help out.
Do you think Osimhen will be satisfied with not playing European football?
It all depends on what he wants this season. If you don't play in Europe this season, the next season is there.
Okay, let's move quickly. Chelsea, like you said, they are interested in Garnacho deal. But Nkunku for Garnacho, Princewill, do you think that's a smart move?
Funny enough, a lot of Manchester United fans want Garnacho out of Man U fast. This is one of your best strikers.
This is I don't know. I think we're reasoning with the best
you might be the best, but when you don't have the attitude, when you are not disciplined,
what's wrong with his attitude?
You might be a bad egg in the team.
Yeah.
So he has been of recent. So he just needs to go.
So you want him out as a Man United fan?
He should go.
Not just Opeyemi. If you take a cross talk,
he should go. It's because of his indiscipline.
They want him out.
He should go.
Okay. Well, let's see
how. Even said for free.
Yeah, for free. Oh, really? Is that bad? Like they want Rashford out as well. When he went to Aston Villa, I see what he did there. Anyway, might be a Manchester United thing. It resonates with the fans and the club. But we'll keep tabs on that. Hopefully, Okwe will give us more info. Paul Pogba, finally, he has agreed a 2-year deal with AS Monaco after serving 4 years doping ban. The name of that substance is actually quite difficult to pronounce if you're not reading it. But thankfully, Pogba will be back in football action with Monaco. How would you rate that deal?
I think for me it's a good one. Going 4 years without playing, mentally, physically, you are down and all of that. For you to come back and still get into a team, I think it's a big deal for me. Kudos to Pogba, kudos to his team, kudos to whoever is motivating him or whatever is motivating him, because going that for that years and still coming back, hopefully getting somewhere to play, I think is a big deal for me. So good one.
The last time Paul Pogba was in action officially was for Juventus when he played in September of 2023. That was the last time he played, and so to see him return and still hope that he's still in the top shape is one thing.
Having personal training.
Yeah, he's been, but not involved in football.
He knows what he wants. So for a player of his caliber, he wouldn't really want to let go that standard.
Of course. We're hoping that he still maintains that, because competitive football is a totally different thing. And finally, in our transfer news, one man who scores the most unexpected chances and misses the sitter, Darwin Núñez, is in the news. He'll be making a switch from Liverpool to Napoli. Napoli are very, very close to agreeing a deal with Liverpool. I know you're looking at me like, Olamide, how would you describe a player like that? But am I lying, Princewill?
It's a fact, but I don't really know why Liverpool intend to sell.
So if you were Liverpool, you would keep Núñez?
For me, he has been a fine contributor to the team.
Okay. with how many goals? Like, so
you score goal every season.
So he doesn't really compete for the highest goal scorer. He was signed to score goals.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Victor Osimhen is on his peak.
Yes.
Are you not telling me that if Victor Osimhen goes to another club, he went to Galatasaray, instant hit. We've seen players, good players, who go to clubs and they flop.
So is it a Liverpool problem?
Hold on. The next season they pick up.
Yeah.
So if Nunes, in the last season, Nunes was a rave. Yeah. This season is not doing too well.
It has always been the same. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. There's nothing special for me. I don't see anything special. Nunes misses chances that you would expect him to score. And then those ones you don't expect, he has missed this. How can he score? Like, that's Nunes for you.
But he scores.
The difficult ones. Anyway, let's go now. Final segment. We have to talk about the matches coming up in the, Copa. The FIFA Club World Cup is interesting. I stayed awake last night, I think one night, to watch Inter Miami play against, of course.
You watched Inter Miami?
Yeah, I stayed awake. My son didn't let me sleep.
That's where you take it to. I would say I went to watch Inter Miami because that team is boring.
It was an interesting game, funny stuff.
Apart from the one Messi played and scored that dynamic free kick. Every other game they played.
But they'll be playing against PSG. Inter Miami against PSG. That's one match. I think we already know the outcome of there, don't we?
We do. PSG to win.
PSG to win. Okay, so let's move now and talk about Palmeiras against Botafogo. Princewill, Palmeiras, Botafogo.
Two South African team.
Yeah. South American.
I must give it to the South Americans. In this FIFA World Cup Championship, they've done very well. The South Americans team, they've done very well. It's going to be an interesting game where two teams trying to outwit each other. Race-wise will come to play because that Botafogo team, they are something else.
And Palmeiras is also not so bad.
Yes.
They have some good players like the guy William Estevao going to Chelsea is also a very good player, plays for Palmeiras as well. And I'm looking forward to that game. So, Okpe, we've taken your prediction, and I think we can unanimously agree that we're expecting PSG to beat Inter Miami.
Beat them as if they stole something.
Okpe, come on, be civil. Don't do that.
Yes, no.
On national TV.
Champions League winner. They need to show up.
So what will happen? Because there's no element of surprise here, is there? Princewill?
No.
Okay, correct score. What would you predict?
2-0.
2-0. Okay, correct score.
3-0.
I say 4-1 PSG. I say 4-1 PSG. All right, another match is Benfica against Chelsea. Benfica, they beat Bayern Munich. And interesting stuff about this
game.
Yeah, very, very close game. The weather in America is something unbelievable
at all.
Because the players had to watch, the players on the bench, they had to watch the game from the dressing room. You cannot understand.
The
heat is massive.
The sun is
this is like they said it's the highest heat wave recorded in recent times in America. So it's really crazy. And our final match for the review is between Flamengo and Bayern Munich. What do you expect?
Bayern Munich all the way.
Okay.
Bayern Munich.
You know something about this Brazilian side? They're unpredictable.
Bayern Munich all the way.
Bayern Munich. Okay, do you have something different you want to say?
No, I think Bayern Munich.
You think Bayern Munich will win? I'll be different now. I want to be the outlier.
You just want to be different because you want to be different.
No, because I actually feel like there might be an element of surprise.
No, any element of surprise.
Flamengo might shock Bayern Munich. So I'm going for extra time win for Flamengo.
Olamide, why you like this?
I'm serious. Extra time win for.
It goes to the 90.
Oh yeah.
Why the extra time?
Flamengo to beat Bayern Munich. I said it to so that the next time we come, you know, say I didn't say it.
No extra time.
No extra time.
Regulation time.
Good. Anyway, guys, my name is Olamide Onwuka. It's been a beautiful episode. Don't forget to follow us across our social media platforms. It's scrolling right there on your screen. We'll be looking forward to get your comments, your feedbacks, and of course, to let us know what we're doing well, what you love about the show. Thank you so much, Princewill. Thank you very much, Opeyemi. And from the entire production crew, we're signing off and saying have an amazing weekend. Bye for now.